interested volunteers will find a location that they're interested and they're accessible to start looking at spat settling. And it just needs to be private property that they own or have explicit permission to use, like a boat ramp or a local community clubhouse or something. And then, or it can be a public waterway, as long as it doesn't interfere with land or water traffic. And so once they have a site that they're interested in, they will be given 2 of these spat racks. So the racks are made out of these PVC pipes with these big irrigation tubes on them. And within that, they'll hold these quarry tiles that'll sit on the rack in the water. And these tiles will collect spat on them, similar to oyster shells. So there will be 2 racks that they are given. And I will give them a schedule of putting one in the water and then putting the other in the water, and then we'll kind of cycle them out. So once you have a rack in the water for what we say is 6 weeks, you'll pull the rack out, you'll take one of the tiles or all of the tiles, count what settles on them, clean it off, get ready to put it back in the water when it's time. So what we're doing is we're looking to see what settles on the tiles and how it changes over time. And then within that time, when you're waiting for the racks to accumulate the little baby oysters, we ask that you or a volunteer would go out to their site twice a week and collect salinity and temperature measures. So this will help us not only see what the area is like for oysters, how the temperature and salinity is impacting the oyster settling. So you'll just have those. It sounds like a lot, but once you get in a routine, it's fairly simple just to get in a routine of.
So that's awesome. And it sounds like it's totally doable. So, but what if my water that I have access to might be impaired for whatever reason? Will that matter?
No. So we definitely want to have as much diversity in locations as we can. So while impaired waters might not be able to have consumable oysters right now, the oysters are natural filter feeders, and they should be able to eventually clean this water. So what we're looking at is, even if it's impaired, if we can establish oysters there, we can hopefully lead to it being open for consumption in the future. So any sort of water quality is definitely welcome.
Cool. So Riley, let's say I am so down and I want to be a part of this. What can I do? How do I get in touch with you?
Yeah, so I am probably most easily accessible by email. So lewisre@uncw.edu. Or you can find all this information on the UNCW Marine Quest Storm Surge Protectors page.
Okay.
I can go ahead and send you that link, and that way you can distribute it with this video. But what we have all interested volunteers do is attend a workshop where I'll give you the longer version of this and go over the materials and a little bit more detail on how the spat racks work. And then if you are interested and ready to find a site, we'll give you the materials if you're local, or we can send them to you if you're outside of the Wilmington area. And then we can kind of go from there and go.
Awesome.
I'll be your main point of contact and helping you out and answering any questions you have.
I love it. I can't wait to be a part of it. Thanks. Thanks for your time. I'm going to go ahead and quit the recording and stop recording. Yeah.